You are welcome to Academia Clinic. Home and abroad, I still remain myself, Abiodun, your regular host when it comes to grammar in English language and Yoruba language. I came today purposely because of some of my students that are in doubt. They are confused as regards one consonant sound here. Consonant sound here. The year we are talking about in alphabet is called J. Of course, you know J. When you are reading A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J, I, J. So the J in alphabet, in phonetics, we call it yen. You can have it in words like yam, yesterday, yam, yesterday. Then you can say you, W, O, U, you, Y, A, M, yam. So that yam, what about it? What is so special about this sound? You know, we have voiceless sound and we have the voice sound. And we are talking about the voiceless sound and we are talking about the voice sound. We are talking about the state of the glottis in consonant sound. Remember, we have three parameters to describe consonant sound. The first one is the state of the glottis. What happens when we are talking about the larynx or the Adam's apple? Anything that happens here, you see this place? That's what we are talking about, the state of the glottis. The larynx outsees what we cannot see out here. So the protruding organ here is called the larynx. Inside it, we have the glottis. We have the vocal cord, we have the vocal band. So the consonant sound here is articulated in a particular organ. Before I go to that, I said we have three parameters to describe consonant sound. We have the state of the glottis, we have the place of articulation, and the manner of articulation. What do we mean by place of articulation? Those are the organs of speech we make use of. When you say pa, ba, you have made use of what? Two lips, which is called bilabia. I will talk about that later when we are describing all the consonant sounds. But for today, because I just want to be so particular about the consonant sound in. That's the reason why I'm going to those three parameters. I have explained the state of the glottis, whether a sound is voiceless or the sound is voiced. The second one is the place of articulation, which means the organ of speech we make use of. Whether we make use of our reach, whether we make use of our teeth, whether we make use of our nose, the nasal, the bilabia, the alveolar, etc. Then the manner of articulation. At what manner, at what form is that sound articulated? Whether the sound is plosive, it is affricative, it is fricative. That is another discussion for another time. For consonant sound yin, is it a voiceless sound or a voiced sound? It is a voiced sound. When there is an obstruction of air, whether the obstruction is a total obstruction or partial obstruction, we have articulated what is known as consonant sound. When we are articulating consonant sound in, there is a little obstruction in the air, but not total obstruction. Not total obstruction. The air can flow. Because two organs are involved. While our tongue is moving up, our tongue is touching the hard palate. That hard palate is called palatal in a technical language in linguistics. So for that technical language that we call palatal, we can use that palatal to describe and distinguish what is known as ñ. So when we are talking about the features of ñ, we can say ñ has voice, that is plus voiced. It is plus voice, that is number one. Number two, it is also plus palatal. Plus palatal, that is number two. Take note of that. Number three, because when the sound is produced, just like all the vowel sound where there is a free flow of air, there is no total obstruction to the air here. The air can flow. We can say ñ is also plus sonorant. That is number three. The fourth one is that ñ itself has something with the organ. What is that thing? While the tongue is moving, the tongue is not touching the alveolar ridge, but rather it is touching the palatal, which is the arch palate. That arch place on top of your roof. You know, we have the teeth, we have the ridge, we have the palatal alveolar, and we have the palatal. That palatal is the hard palate, while the velum is the soft palate. So the tongue is about to touch the hard palate but cannot touch it. That allows free flow of the air. Because it cannot touch it, we can describe ñ as what? As approximant. Approximant means a situation whereby the tongue is about to touch, two organs want to come in contact, but they cannot come in contact. So if you are asked next time, how do you describe ñ as a sound? Phonetically, phonologically, orthographically. Orthographically, how it is written, that ñ is called J in alphabet, orthographically. So phonetically, when you see it, it can be transcribed as ñ. So you have known the difference between orthography. Orthography is that J. Whereas when you're talking about phonetics, phonetically, you can call it ñ. So phonologically, you can describe it in four ways. Like I said earlier on, the first one you can say ñ is voiced sound, which is plus voiced, not minus, because of what happened in the glottis. Then the second one is it is plus palatal. What do we mean by plus palatal? Is because the tongue is moving towards the hard palate. That is plus palatal. Plus approximant. Why is it plus approximant? Is because the tongue is about to touch the hard palate but cannot touch it. Couldn't touch it. Therefore, when two organs are about to come in contact but they cannot come in contact, we say they are what? Approximant. So, if you are looking at words where you can find it in yam, you can find it in yesterday, you can find it in yes. That is where we're going to draw the curtain for today. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.